Okay, the first question about Proton and Perodua, whether they are going into EV. Firstly, before I answer this question, I want to impress upon all of you that the the national auto policy, the Malaysian industry is moving towards EEV, not only EV. So it's energy efficient vehicle, not only EV. The fact why we are putting EV there as the key initiative, because EV is something of technological development. EEV, better fuel efficiency, that one got to do actually with the fact that we are developing with the industry players, the engine ecosystem and the transmission ecosystem. You know, that's the key initiative. You go to the key initiative. Yeah, you know, development of fundamental technologies, forging. As I said, this is moving towards manufacturing of engine and transmission component in Malaysia, and assembling this component to make a proper engine and transmission or powertrain system. Okay, so all this is about fuel efficiency. That's why we are moving towards developing this ecosystem in the country. Now, going back to your question on Proton or Perodua, I think Perodua has made it clear that their direction is towards enhancing their fuel efficiency. So they are moving towards better fuel efficiency in the context of internal combustion engine technology, okay, and also moving into fuel cell technology. While Proton is, I think we also know it's a public domain that they are moving into both direction, into improving their fuel efficiency and also moving into EV. I think it's also common knowledge that Proton is testing their EV now. I'm not so sure. Well, from the news that we got, you know, this EV, you know, probably also will be manufactured in the year 2017. But the development of EV that I talk about here, the key initiative here, the EV there, is not the one that Proton is doing. So actually there is another initiative by another industry player, private sector, a Malaysian company that we are working with to develop that EV. And the characteristic that I mentioned, 300,000 kilometers, 300 kilometers, price below 100,000, you know, ensuring that we've got the proper charging system in Malaysia and so on. Yeah. Now, the second question is, you know, in the NAP, we promote the CKD, or I would say the production of hybrid or EV, or actually the customized incentive is provided to production of all EEV technology in Malaysia. So either it's hybrid, either it's EV, or either it's internal combustion engine, but as long as it falls under the category of EEV, you know, then it is promoted and it can be done. So there are customized incentives. Now, if you talk about plugging in a particular, you know, just install a particular equipment at the end of the car, I mean, how should I say this? If you want to install as an accessory, okay, then it will fall under accessory. I don't think it brings value in terms of the supply chain. My advice to you would be, you need to work with the OEM, and this should be constituted as part of their technology to enhance their powertrain, to make the vehicle better in terms of fuel efficiency, or to transform this vehicle into a hybrid, a combination of internal combustion engine and batteries. You know, then when it is done together with the OEM, then it can be considered, you know, it will be looked at from a supply chain standpoint. You know, meaning there will be local production of such a component. There will be vendors supplying. There will be a proper quality management system, proper delivery and proper cost check, you know, because it is part of the supply chain and not just an accessory as we see now. You know, if it's just an accessory that you install and make good your vehicle, you know, it's just benefiting the accessory sector, but not the whole supply chain. Yeah, so that would be my advice.
Regarding your customized incentive schemes for EEVs, can you just share with us which are the manufacturers and what models are benefited from the incentive?
Yeah, I've said this earlier, that this today presentation, today media engagement is more towards TIV 2014-2015, things, customized incentives, who are the OEMs that have got it, that will be shared by the Minister, by Datuk Sri Mustafa Mohamad on the 29th of January. Yeah, I saw you came in after I started. So anyway, I just want to explain again. On the 29th of January, there will be a media engagement with the Minister, and during that engagement, he will inform the updates of NAP. Updates mean the performance of the NAP in terms of who have got the investment, what are the customers' incentives that we've given to whom, and etc. and so on. Yeah. So today it's not about NAP.
Okay, so regarding your forecast for 2015, your prediction is relatively silent on the potential impacts of GST to the TIV. What is your views on that?
The GST, yeah? Okay. We have put forth our views on GST quite a number of times. But I've never really done something like this on GST. So I guess this is a good opportunity that I explain again to everyone MAI's stand on the GST. Number one, GST is to replace sales tax. We know that. Sales tax is at 10%, GST will be at 6%. So people think that there will be a reduction of 4%. That is not true. There will not be any reduction of 4%. We have done a simulation in terms of what will be the reduction, and this is a simulation, yeah. So based on our simulation, it will reduce. Car prices should reduce between 1 to 3%, but many models fall under 1 to 2% reduction. Okay, that is based on the simulation. Now, you got to understand one thing. At the end of the day, whether this 1%, 2%, or 3% reduction will be materialized or not depends on whether the OEM, the vehicle manufacturer, decide to reduce the car price by this 1, 2, 3%. Because the fact of the matter is, when they pay 6% of GST, they pay somewhat lower tax to government instead of paying 10%. So, in our opinion, this lower tax being paid to government compared to previously, should benefit the consumer, and therefore we think they should reduce their car prices. The only thing is, if it's 1 to 2%, sometimes the reduction is just about 200, 300. So you know how OEMs position their pricing. It's 88,900. So if you ask them to reduce, for example, by 230 ringgit, they say, hey Madani, how can we reduce 86,750 ringgit, something like that, But we tell them, it's up to you, but we would like to see, some kind of reduction. If it's 1-200, so be it, because there is a reduction in terms of tax that they are paying to government. Yes.
So where does the GST apply on the pricing of the retail price or on the road?
No, GST is a taxation system that cuts across the supply chain, right from component to vehicle. But it is about tax, input tax and output tax. Yeah. So when you are along the value chain, you are paying GST. But when you pay GST, how should I say this? A vendor. Yeah, I give a vendor pays GST to Perodua, and Perodua will pay GST in the vehicle, that's 6%. Yeah. So let's say I'm a vendor to Perodua, I pay 6%. I will charge 6% of my component to Perodua because I need to pay 6%. So I'm charging 6%. Yeah. So Perodua will pay me 6%. So the amount of product, the component that I supply to Perodua, say is 100 ringgit. So I will previously, because there's no 6%, so it's only 100 ringgit that I charge to Perodua. But now I'm going to charge Perodua 106 ringgit. So Perodua is going to pay me 106 ringgit. Now, where does Perodua get this additional 6 ringgit? Perodua got it from the fact that they are charging their customer another 6%. Previously also 0%, isn't it? I'm talking about they are paying this to they are charging their distribution, right? So they get 6% from their distribution, and they'll use this 6% and pay back the vendor. But from a cost standpoint, the value standpoint, my value to Perodua is only 100 ringgit. But the value of Perodua to their customer is higher than 100, isn't it? Because it's a vehicle. So that 6% on the vehicle carries more value, but there's more money. So Perodua will pay me the 6 ringgit, you know. So what I'm telling you is actually in GST, the only I would say that the along the value chain, yeah, the only party that is paying paying the 6% is actually the end user. The end user, because they have to pay 6% and they cannot charge this 6% to another end user because they are the end of the supply chain. They are at the end of the supply chain, and this 6% that they are paying, this is the one that is being used to pay across the supply chain. So some people say then end user is paying 6%. Yeah, true. But before, the end user, all of us were paying 10%, and now we are paying 6%. So it's good for the end user insofar as automotive is concerned. And insofar as the supply chain is concerned, it gives better cash, I would say, it gives you a higher cash in your cash balance, because the value that you created is higher than your vendor. So when you charge your 6%, you get more money into your system, and the money that you pay to your vendor is lower because their value is lower. So from accounting cash balance standpoint, GST, if we treat the manner our financial management properly, it gives an improvement in terms of our cash flow, in terms of our our balance sheet, our balance sheet. So it gives improve the balance sheet, and at the same time, you know, insofar as automotive is concerned, there is a drop from 10% of sales tax to 6% on GST. Now, of course, there are issues like, I know the problem here is there are some products that before there is no sales tax, but now there's GST. Now, this product will increase because before there's no sales tax, but now there's GST, right? But some of these products will be exempted, and what, I'm not so sure. I mean, I think MOF is working on some of the basic products that will be exempted from GST. Yeah? All right. But I'm talking about automotive standpoint. I mean, automotive for cars, especially for cars, will paying lower 6% compared to sales tax. All right.